Since the moment The Rock's entrance music hit and The Rock came out to the ring, Austin has been watching the People's Champion, the World Wrestling Federation Champion, like a hawk. Oh, and here we go, Austin, not wasting any time, going after The Rock. Austin laying it in. Takes the belt, went to clock Rock of the skull. Now it's The Rock hitting Austin with some heaters. But Austin with the Lou Thesz press. Taking down The Rock. Boom, in the elbow. Looking to put The Rock away quickly. And an elbow to the back of the head. Austin bringing the fight to the champion early on. And a swinging neck breaker counters Austin. Measuring up. Back elbow to The Rock. Looking for a stunner early on. But a boot to the midsection. Oh, but Austin sends The Rock flying over the top to the outside. Onto the floor. And now the Texas Rattlesnake staying on The Rock. When it comes to this match, this is as big as it gets. Two of the biggest stars in the World Wrestling Federation today. And now they're heading out into the crowd. This is where flesh can meet concrete. This is where the danger really happens. And it's no disqualification. Austin, who loves a good fight, this has got to favor the Texas Rattlesnake. And The Rock is bringing the fight to Austin, though. And Rock sends Austin face first into the announce desk. And again, there might be another announce desk lost here tonight. What a clothesline. Just nailing Rock. And Austin having to restrap that knee brace. And using the knee brace to his advantage there. And Austin has The Rock back in the ring. This is the only place where the title can change hands. And Austin knows that very well. Being the challenger of this match, being a former title holder of the biggest prize in sports entertainment, he knows what it's like to be the champion. And he knows what it's going to take to have to, he knows what it's going to have to take to win it again and be back on top of the mountain. And these two know each other quite well. These two have crossed paths quite a few times. And as they do it once more here at the Showcase of Immortals with the World Wrestling Federation Championship on the line. As Houston has a massive problem as Austin goes for the cover. I don't know if this building is going to be able to contain all this star power by the time this match is all said and done. And Austin, who's going after The Rock right now with a heavy shot. Now it's The Rock who's starting to fight back. And The Rock ducks under Austin. And scoring big on that clothesline. The Rock laying in those shots. What a slam to counter Austin. Pulls the leg back for the cover, but Austin gets the shoulder up it too. But Austin, who's already back up to his feet. And The Rock sends Austin to the outside onto the floor. The Rock, the man to beat. Austin has to win by pinfall or submission. There are no disqualifications. There are no countouts in this no DQ match, which means that The Rock also doesn't have a champion's advantage. That gets taken away from The Rock. So this match is going to end one way or another in a decisive fashion, whether that be via pinfall or submission. But we know it's going to take a long way to get there. We know how resilient these two are. The ref tripping over the steps, The Rock confronting the official. And but the distraction allowed Austin to nail and ring the bell of The Rock with the official ring bell. And you can see ref Earl Hebner telling Austin to get The Rock back into the ring. But the thing is, Earl can only say so much to Austin when it's all legal. When you give it to be limitless to Austin, there's no telling what Austin is thinking, what Austin is willing to do, how far he is willing to go, especially when we're here at the Showcase of Immortals in Houston with the World Wrestling Federation Championship on the line. The biggest prize on the line. And Austin is just laying it all in on The Rock. The table just exploded. The Rock has just collapsed through that table. The Rock's been busted open. And Austin lays in a haymaker on The Rock, who tries to get away, buy himself some time to recover. Things are not looking good for the champion. Austin measuring up Rock, who's on wobbly legs. And now it's Austin who's really bringing the fight with these heavy artillery shots. That last one took The Rock off his feet. And now more as Austin topples The Rock. And not holding back any punches. The Rock caught in this rear naked choke. Just being choked out. And not a darn thing that the official can do about it. Because it's all legal and no disqualification. Austin was about to drive The Rock into that exposed turnbuckle. Rock realizing he was in deep trouble. It's like a new life has been built, but just when that new life is starting to resurge, Austin counters with a swinging neck breaker. And 1 second away is what it would have taken right there for Austin to beat The Rock. But The Rock stays alive as blood and sweat mix on the face of the champion. Rock's face becoming a crimson mask. And Austin, the Texas rattlesnake, rattling the brain of The Rock with those vicious shots. And now stomping away on The Rock in the corner. The champion near defenseless. He can hardly defend himself. And Austin stomping a mud hole. And The Rock unable to stop Austin from doing that. There's nobody to help The Rock. And The Rock doesn't need to be saved, though. He might by the end of this match, if it keeps going the way it is right now. And Austin driving his knee right into the face of The Rock in that turnbuckle. Look at the way The Rock's neck is going back. Austin confronting the referee, who's got quite a bit to say for someone who just needs to enforce the fact that there's no disqualification and just count to 3. And The Rock explodes out of the corner with a clothesline. Austin got rocked a little bit by the champion. And a clothesline takes down Austin. And The Rock gets caught with a knee to the midsection by Austin, who fights back. But now it's The Rock who's laying it in. Looking to lay it the smackdown. And The Rock, with a hand gesture, letting Austin know how he feels about him as he drove Austin into the turnbuckle. And The Rock's got the ring bell. The Rock looking to repay the favor to Austin, who used that very same ring bell just a few minutes ago. And pay the price for your actions. And that is exactly what just happened, as Austin has now been busted open. And The Rock goes for the cover. But it's not over quite yet, as Austin stays alive. First, Austin got sent in the exposed turnbuckle. Then The Rock clocking Austin over the skull with the same ring bell that Austin used on The Rock. So there's no doubt that Austin's bloody face is exactly the way it should look. All things considering how much Austin's been beaten and battered the last couple of minutes by The Rock. Talk about becoming a blood feud. Blood all over the mat. Blood, more importantly, all over these two superstars' faces. The rattlesnake will not quit. The Rock won't quit. And now it's The Rock who's really turned things around. No. And now it's The Rock. Oh, what a shot to Austin, who was draped over the apron. And again, The Rock with another shot to Stone Cold, looking to do everything to hold on to that World Wrestling Federation Championship, especially here at the Showcase of Immortals. This is as personal as it gets between these two, who have exchanged word after word with each other. And now it's Austin who's fighting back. Texas, the home state of the Texas Rattlesnake. Austin dropping The Rock onto the barricade, face first. And now it's the challenger who changes the pace of this contest between these two. And talk about catapulting yourself to the next level. Austin catapults The Rock right into the steel ring post. The momentum that it took The Rock into the ring post is the momentum that Austin needs to get back into this match. And now it's Austin who's back into this match. What a shot to The Rock, who just falls back on our broken announce desk. The Rock is about to find out what it's like to watch on the screen at the announce desk as he gets clocked in the skull right with that monitor out like a light. And by any means necessary, when the biggest prize is on the line, You got to do whatever it takes by any means necessary, especially when that right is given to you with the match stipulation given as no DQ. And Austin for the cover. Oh, and again, it's The Rock who survives. Look at the face of Austin. Austin, who's all bloodied up. Looks a lot worse for wear than The Rock, at least in terms of the blood, but Austin, quite the gesture for The Rock, looking for the stunner, but The Rock caught the leg. The Rock counter. And The Rock's got the sharpshooter. The World Wrestling Federation champion. Looking to make sure the dream ends for Austin, as blood is pouring down the face. It's giving Austin and Hart all over again. And WrestleMania's past, when Austin had nowhere to go with blood pouring out of his face and would not give up until he collapsed. But will it be Austin's turn? Will Austin change fate? As Austin is in a world of hurt, to scratch and claw to the bottom rope. He had his grip on it, and this time, he gets it. And now The Rock forced to break the hold due to a rope break. And the legs of Austin have taken quite a bit of damage at that. And Austin is laid down. The Rock looking for it again. And now there's some birds here in the stadium. I don't know if I was wise to infuriate and toy with Austin, who turns things around now. And now it's Austin who's got the sharpshooter on The Rock. Laying it in as blood now pours down the face of The Rock into the mat. Rock trying to use all of his upper body strength to lift himself up to alleviate the pressure on the lower back as he writhes in pain, trying to scratch and claw inch by inch to force the rope break. Will The Rock get there as he writhes in pain? And Rock able to break free using a lot of his energy left to get away from that submission hold. Meanwhile, Austin just lifted up the knee of The Rock, driving it into the mat. Now stomping away on the sternum of the People's Champion. And Austin looking to take home the gold. And once again, the sharpshooter has been applied by Austin. This will do a lot of damage to the lower back of The Rock. It'll make it that much harder for The Rock to exert the energy needed for the rock bottom. But The Rock will not quit as he stays alive. And Austin flipping off the official. And now Austin breaks the grip on that sharpshooter. The Rock worse for wear. Austin worse for wear. Blood is everywhere, all over the canvas. You had to know this is what this match could be, giving the environment. When do you see this from Austin? A Cobra clutch. Once upon a time, Austin was a ringmaster with Ted DiBiase in his corner, who Austin is pulling a move out of the playbook of. Talk about $1 million dream. The dream of once again being the World Wrestling Federation champion as The Rock's up to his feet. Oh, like climbing the ladder, using the ropes. Oh, thought he had him. Like Hart and Piper at WrestleMania 8. Austin thought it was all over. From $1 Million Dream to counter. Austin has the ball in his court right now. The Rock, who is just staying alive on instinct. At least that's what it looks like. The Rock counters. The Rock with a stunner. The Rock just nailed Austin with Austin's own move. But can The Rock capitalize? The Rock's eyes say he barely knows where he is. The Rock crawling over. And as The Rock retained, Austin stays alive. That is as close as it gets. What a shot. What in the world is this? What is this? What is Mr. McMahon doing out here? What is the chairman doing out here? What in the world could Mr. McMahon be out here to do? Whatever it is, this man has got $1 billion investment in how and whichever way this match goes. But you got to wonder, what way does he want it to go? And Austin takes down The Rock. You know that Austin goes with a cover. The Rock stays alive. I wonder how long it's going to take before Austin realizes that Mr. McMahon is out at ringside. The Rock's got his security deposit in Mr. McMahon in case things go down a dark path. The Rock, a great champion. Spine buster to Austin. Austin's been caught, and you know what that means. And you can feel what's coming next. It already feels a little bit tingly here from all the electricity because of what comes next. The most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment. The People's Elbow by The Rock being delivered hot and ready. The Rock's got the leg back. What? McMahon just pulled The Rock off Austin. What in the world has Mr. McMahon just done? In what world would Mr. McMahon ever help out Stone Cold Steve Austin? The man he hates. The man who Austin hates with his whole heart. As much as Mr. McMahon hates Austin, Austin hates Mr. McMahon. Austin, rock bottom on The Rock. Austin scores one of his own, but Austin, The Rock, continues as The Rock kicks out. Steve Austin wants the title, but it seems The Rock doesn't want to lose it just as much, if not more. And Austin measuring up The Rock for the final blow. Oh, went for the stunner. But Earl Hebner got caught in crossfire, taken out of commission. And with the referee out to the floor. And a low blow. Desperate times call for desperate measures in this no disqualification match. Austin making orders to Mr. McMahon? What world are we living in? What is this all about? Mr. McMahon being ordered by Austin to clock him in the skull. Oh my God. Oh my God. A headshot. Absolutely devastating, cracking the skull. But there's no official. And Mr. McMahon telling Hebner to get back in the ring. Not this way. You used to have integrity. But The Rock stays alive. The Rock will not die. Once upon a time, it was all the Rocky die chants. Now it's Rocky will not die. Hated rivals seem to be making for an interesting alliance here when it matters the most to Austin. Austin was looking to clock The Rock in the skull with that chair, but Rock scores with the rock bottom. Oh, come on. Mr. McMahon now fighting with the official, distracting Hebner. And The Rock dumping McMahon back into the ring. Now it's The Rock who's laying the smackdown, who's on the owner of the World Wrestling Federation. Austin stuns The Rock. Austin just nailed The Rock with a stunner. Oh, but The Rock on instinct keeps fighting. Austin, his face says it all. He can't believe that The Rock just kicked out of the stunner. And now Austin's got the chair in hand. The Rock struggling to use the ropes to pull himself up with a steel chair right across the skull. And that's got to be over. And that's got to be all. And that's all she wrote. But The Rock again kicks out. The Rock has a pulse. Whatever it may be, The Rock still has a dog in this fight. Stone Cold flipping off the official. Stone Cold will not stop. He will do whatever it takes as he drives the chair repeatedly into the chest in the midsection of The Rock, sending a message in this no disqualification match. There's nothing the official can do about this. This match from the get-go, knowing it would favor Austin and his style type. That's it. Yeah, it's all over. Not this way, though. Once upon a time, Stone Cold Steve Austin had integrity. Austin, the new World Wrestling Federation champion. I don't even know what to say. They're shaking hands. Austin and McMahon just shook hands at WrestleMania 17. I think this might be a dream. I'm pretty sure I have a high fever because what I'm witnessing is not real. There is no reality where these two ever get along and are about to share a beer out of all things. I can't believe it. Austin and McMahon drinking beers together? What is this? Austin, why would you do this? And the message has been sent to The Rock as Stone Cold stands tall over The Rock as he and McMahon share beers. What does tomorrow night look like? He might as well have just pissed on The Rock and his championship reign, because that's how it just ended, with Austin and McMahon forming an alliance nobody in any lifetime saw coming. Well, what it comes down to is Austin winning by any means necessary. But when I said that, this is not what I meant whatsoever. When I said Austin was going to do whatever it took, much like The Rock was going to do the same, I didn't think Austin would become a corporate suck-up sellout to win the World Wrestling Federation Championship. And now what? You've already beaten him. You've already taken his title and his pride. And you lost yours in the process. And he just clocks The Rock in the skull. Just unnecessary. This is ridiculous. Mr. McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin. 2 more beers. This is something we've never seen. This is new territory. What does the future look like for the World Wrestling Federation now that 2, the biggest rivals of this industry, are aligned? You got to take a look at this one more time at the end of this thing. The Rock just beating The Rock to a pulp. Beating The Rock into pebbles with this chair. That chair was covered in blood. And that attack would allow for the 1, 2, and 3. And The Rock was absolutely done for. And what shocked the world, the handshake heard around the world. This is a new era, a new Stone Cold. But why in the world did Austin do the absolute unthinkable here at the Showcase of Immortals?